Good morning internet and welcome back to the channel. So it's the 9th of July, it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday morning. Look, here he is, the injured soldier, moaning because he can't really do much to help, but he can hold the tape. You can hold the tape, can't you, Dean? Aye, there you go. Aye, nice lad. Aye, I told him to stay at home and stay in bed, but he didn't, did you? No, he come here. Right, so the plan of action today is we got to get this lot squared up now. Yeah, we got to check our measurements to make sure that we're right, and then we got to get it all squared up. And then on the block work under the wood, we're going to put plastic. It should be DPD roll. I've tried everywhere to get a DPD roll here. Unbelievable. They just don't seem to do it. We've just taken off our last two shutter ins, so we've got that there. Morning. But yeah, so that's the plan of action for today. It's a case of just getting it all squared up and see how far we go. Really, we're not going to do such a long day. It's going to be really hot today, so you know we've got to start working to some sort of hourly set when we finish, because you know we're just going to be killing ourselves, I think. Right. I was going to say something else then. What else was I going to say? I can't remember what. Oh yes. Aye. She says that she's my favourite daughter. I've got to say yes, you know, because I'm building it in her garden. Well, you think my favourite daughter would have done me a coffee by now? I bet you live in my garden. Right. I forgot. Oh yeah, the internet last night came back on at about 9 o'clock. Or something daft. Was it 9 o'clock? No, earlier? Way earlier. I don't know. See, I don't know if I'm coming or going. But yeah, it came back on after yet another incident on the line. Should be interesting to see what incidents we get today on the line, that is. Right, okay. We'll do a nice speeded up version again, and I'll catch you later. Okay, so hello everyone, all the helpers. Right now, so I've just turned on my other camera, and unfortunately I don't know what it is. I think it's been out in the sun all day and it's been really hot here today. I've got to sit here in the shade for a minute. Oh, so I've just turned it on. Well, I went to turn it off, and it's been sat there, look, on that tabley thing there, yeah, that one there where I normally have it. But I think the sun's cooked it today, and yeah, it's just corrupt the whole file. So I'm afraid that the speedy video today it's just not happened, which is a real shame because today was quite good fun. So let me just tell you what we've done then today. So we've actually, all the perimeter, which I'll show you in a minute, all the perimeter of the base has got three timbers all the way around now, right, all the way around. Now they're a bit higgledy-piggledy, which they will be until we get our centre ones in. Now we just place that one centre one, but of course you're going to measure this bit here. The two ends are exactly the same measurements, and the whole thing is square, doing the 3, 4, 5 and the corner to corner. So I know that every corner is perfectly square, but of course the middle run is a bit all over the place, but that doesn't matter right now, because as we put these middle ones in, these will be measured to the same as the two ends, and then that will pull it all in line, and then it will all be level. But I'm not kidding you, we've had a hell of a job today, because the state of this timber, talk about banana city, unbelievable. We've had to clamp it all up to screw it up. I've used 400 screws so far have gone in this. 400 gold turbo screws, but there again. Right, but it's solid as a rock now, yeah. So that's the perimeter base done. Like I say, we've got to do the outside. Now, of course, I'm going to have to get some more timber for the base, because, like I said, originally, the base was only going to be 2 timbers, because it was only going to be 5x2s on the walls, but now it's 6x2 on the walls, so I've had to increase the size of the base, right? So 6x2, well, it's 50 by 150, so my base plate on the wall is going to be 150, so these now, 3 of these together gives me my 150. So of course that's took an extra 40 meters of timber to go all the way around this again, so that's took a chunk off. Now what I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to reinforce this floor. I should have really worked this out the first time. It's too long out the building. Okay, so you can see that our timber is going to go across there, and then we have a row there and a row there. But if you look, right, this gap here from there to there, right, for one of these I think is going to be a bit bouncy, and for the sake of it, it's just not worth it. So what I'm going to do is, each one of these timbers coming across here, which there'll be 1, 2, and there'll be 2 there, and there'll be 2 there, and there'll be 2 there, yeah? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a leg in, yeah, to each one. Now don't forget, this is only going to be to stop any floor bounce. It probably won't bounce, to be honest with you, you know, but rather than not do it and then send Dennis crawling under there one day propping up the floor, you know what I mean, it's just not worth it. So basically we've got loads of cut-offs here of this stuff, so those will make the legs, and all I'm going to do is, yeah, we're just going to dig a small hole, put a slab and come off the slab. That's all that's going to do, nothing else, and that then will stop the bounce. It's just, that's it, you know what I mean, it's as simple as that. And it just gives that floor that little bit more, you know. That's it, I think. Now somebody, Harry in Latvia, all right Harry, aye, he asked me about the services. So yeah, now the thing is, so this back end here, this just down there, all the waste will come out there, yeah, right, from the toilets, from the kitchen, from the shower room, everything will come down here, and they will run down here under the ground here, and they will go into the fosse septic. So that's not a problem, I can bring those out at any time. They won't be coming out through the floor though, nothing will be coming out through the floor, it will come through the wall just above this height there. Now the water is just over there in the hedge, yeah. Now so what I'm going to do is, obviously from the hedge to the corner, yeah, we will dig and we will bury it, but then when it comes up here, it will literally just run under the chalet, right, it'll be lagged and it'll come up here, yeah, because all the services will be just coming up here, water, electric, telephone, all of them there, and all of them will be coming out there. That's all going to happen there. So rather than dig all the length of the chalet up, it'll just be fed under the chalet, it'll be lagged, and then it'll disappear and it'll go to the hedge there. So that's that. That is that. Now the only last thing that we got to do is, where, like I said, this is all squared up now, yeah. Like I said, we checked it with the 345 on every corner, and we checked it corner to corner, so I know this base is square, and all the runs down will square up because they will all be fixed onto the lengths of the floor joists, so that will pull that in. So the only job that I got to do now is under or on top of each block there will be a plastic sheet. Now the thing is, you're not gonna, this isn't really gonna get wet at all, right? Because by the time the OSB comes out, the OSB on the walls will come down the walls and down and stop just short of the block, but then you've got the cladding that goes on top of the OSB. So most of this block work will be done. So this plastic sheet will just be to stop any damp coming up. So, but we're going to do that tomorrow. We're just going to put bits of plastic under, because like I said, trying to get a DPC, I went to 3 big magazines, DIY shops. I went to Leroy Merlin, I went to Weldham, I went to Brico Depot, and I went to Brico Marsh. And I showed them a roll of this stuff on my phone. They just looked at me like I'd going out of fashion. You know, what's that, they said, because they don't do that here. The block work here, you put your floor in and you come up with this great big sort of thick membrane stuff. Well, it's too thick for this. It's you know, I mean, it's nobbledy stuff, you know, so it just wouldn't work here. So I'm afraid plastic sheet. It's as simple as that. Plastic sheet, just to stop the transmission of the damp. It'll do the job. Let's put it this way, it'll outlast us, I'm telling you now. Right, okay, well, again, I apologise that there's no quickie film. It's a shame because, you know, this was our graft today, because like Dennis couldn't help me, as in carry stuff. He was holding the tape for me, but I mean, apart from that, you know, the leg couldn't carry stuff. And yeah, so there was me running backwards and forwards, which would have come out really good, but there you go, eh? Such is life. I know in future that I'm going to have to put the camera here, I think. I never give it a thought, but it's been fine. It was fine last week, but it obviously overheated quite a bit today. Right, on that note, for once, because it's 20 to 5, I'm going to have, that's it, I'm having a bit of an early sort of day. I got, just another thing, going back off the wooden house and back onto the bikes. I actually got hold of, well, I didn't, my daughter got hold of Royal Enfield up in Brest for me, and the bike is booked in for next Wednesday. It was quite funny really, because the service guy said, oh, what's the problem? And she said, oh, my dad said when he's riding it, it's jumping. He said, oh, it must be the suspension. You're kind of laughing, you know. Oh God, I never. Please be kind. Right, okay. I just find that funny. Stop it, gotta stop it. Right, on that note, I am going to finish now. So if you've liked this video, give me a thumbs up. That would be really appreciative for some old geezer that's working his nuts off out here in this extreme heat. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.